Hi guys. Today I want to talk about cloth diapering. It's something that I do with my son. He is currently 6 months old, and I researched this before I had him. I talked to some friends. YouTube was a really great resource, and I love it. So now I have a few months of experience, and I just want to kind of put out there what I have learned, what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me, and kind of take away some of the stigma that it's overwhelming or expensive to do at home, and just kind of hopefully encourage you to consider it. It's a wonderful thing for many reasons. So I'm going to talk about how I started, the cost, what's entailed. I'm going to show you the diapers, how they go together, the whole thing, how to wash them. I'll explain it. So I'll try to keep this brief, but I also really want you to learn. And I just want to give you all the information that I have kind of explored and figured out for myself. So to start with, the first and probably the most important reason why I wanted to cloth diaper my son and future children is the environmental impact of diapers. I did some research when I was pregnant, and I found out that diapers do not decompose for 450 years. That right there, I was like, okay, done. We have enough garbage and other crap polluting our planet, and I'm not perfect. I pollute, or I create garbage. So this was something that I was like, easy decision, hands down. I don't want to contribute that much decomposable garbage or non-decomposable garbage to the environment. 450 years. So that really freaked me out. And the second major reason was the cost. So, I didn't know anything about how many diapers you go through in a day. Now I do, but the different age of your child and how that evolves and stuff like that. But now I know that when you have a newborn, you're sometimes changing their diaper, 12 to 20 times a day. They go to the bathroom very frequently. So you think about one baby going through up to, let's just call it 10 diapers a day, or 12. You change it every 2 hours. Let's call it 12 diapers a day. Times 7 days a week, times 4 weeks in a month, times 12 months in a year, times 3 years that they're in diapers before you potty train them. That's disgusting, to be quite honest. So the cost of it is crazy because you're going to fly through them. But, back to the environmental factor, it's just a ton of diapers. So cloth diapering right off the rip for those two reasons. And the third thing was the chemicals. So I have learned more about disposable diapers because I have used them, and I have a little example here, so I'll show you. I have used disposable diapers and cloth. I've alternated at certain times, convenience-wise, age-wise, and that's something that I'll get into in a little bit. But the disposable diaper goes on super like paper thin like this. This is just a little newborn one that I was going to show you guys. It goes on paper thin like this, and whatever is in here that like swells up and absorbs their pee-pee is like crystallized, and it's chemicals, and you don't smell their pee. Like, it just freaks me out. I'm like, what is in here? You change them with a full diaper, and this is like, it's like puffy. And it's not all full of pee. It's the, whatever chemical is in here like swells up from the pee. And sometimes if it's too full, those like little crystals leak out. It just skeeves me out. I'm not really into whatever chemicals are in here. I think the whole thing is chemicals, but yeah. So that was the other reason, is I was like, the less chemicals that I can put on my kid's body, Of course, there's so many things that we cannot control. This was one thing that I could control. So those were the top 3 reasons. Now, I mentioned it to a couple of friends, and I actually had a friend who cloth diapered her son, and she had some cloth diapers that she gave to me, little newborn ones, and she also gave me a really decent amount, probably 20 or 25 of these Good Mama cloth diapers. They're really nice quality. They're like a velour kind of feel. They can be changed in size, and from what I learned after, they're called like a pedal insert. So basically there's like 2 snaps right here, and the liner goes right on the top, and it opens like a pedal. I don't have one because they're in the laundry, because I actually did use one the other day. But there were just a couple things that I learned from these diapers that I was not a huge fan of. And so I've evolved to a different brand, but I did use these for a little while. And the cost of these is pretty high. So I didn't invest in more of them because I didn't love them, but also they're expensive. So I'll talk more about those in a little bit. But, so for newborns, okay, so if you are going to get into cloth diapering, and this is your first baby, you have no idea how many you're gonna need, you have no idea. Here's my recommendation. Start out with disposable diapers. Don't buy them right away. Just keep in your mind, like, hey, I think that I wanna get into cloth diapering. I wanna get a month, under my belt of changing my baby's diaper and learning their habits and how many I'm gonna go through and all that kind of stuff. And then start to integrate the cloth diapers into your routine, because, there's so many overwhelming things about being a first-time mom. Oh, my son is crying. I might have to go get him. We'll see if he cries again. There's so many overwhelming things, and you're like exhausted. The last thing you need to be figuring out is the cloth diapers. We've all used disposable diapers. We know what they look like. We know how they work, and they're easy. So just use those for a month and learn your systems, and then experiment with cloth diapers. Okay, hold on. Okay, we have a visitor. He just woke up. So you can sit with mommy while I talk about your diapers. Okay, so the other thing about newborns, again, this is all stuff that I learned. So the first couple of days that they poop, it's like black, and it's all that amniotic fluid and everything that they swallowed while they were in utero, and it's like tar. It's really gross. So, you're probably going to use disposable diapers at the hospital. Use them. Don't worry about bringing cloth to the hospital. And use disposables with it's called meconium. With the meconium, because it may stain and it's really thick and gross. So, again, I'll show you this little example. These were little Huggies ones that I bought. These are newborn size. They were fine. I got a huge pack of them. I used disposables for almost the first month because they fit snugly, and he was tiny. So these were just fine, and I was learning. So when they start actually pooping like normal poop, then you'll see that it's very liquidy, and it's like yellowy, like mustard yellow. Now, I breastfed exclusively for like 20 weeks, and then I integrated in some formula. So I'll talk about that. But the breast milk poop is completely water soluble. So it doesn't have to be rinsed from the diapers, and I'll talk more about that. But when you change the diaper, it can go right into the dirty bag and you don't have to worry about it. The washing machine will get rid of all of that. Now, formula babies, their poop is gonna be a little bit different, but I introduced some formula to him at like 20 weeks as a supplement, and it hasn't really been a problem. Sorry guys, I know that I'm like running off the screen here, but I had to get him a chewy toy if I was gonna get through the next 10 minutes of this. So I supplement breastfeeding with some formula for him here and there, and it's been fine. I was really worried that it was gonna change the whole cloth diapering thing, but it hasn't been an issue yet. So the breast milk poop is totally water soluble. So you put the diaper on them, they poop in it or pee in it, and you take it off, and then you just put it right into your pail. You don't have to rinse it in the bathroom. You don't have to do anything. Now, as they get older and their poop becomes more solid, especially once you introduce solid foods, and their poop changes, then you're going to want to consider, maybe that's where you want to stop cloth diapering. Maybe that's where you draw the line. Now, some babies start eating solids at 4 months, and some babies don't start eating solids until 10 months, 11 months. I mean, it's up to you when you want to introduce solids to your baby. So their poop is not going to change until then, and maybe you just want a cloth diaper up until you introduce solids, or whatever. So even if you save one diaper, like every time I use one of these, I'm like, oh, I wish I was using a cloth diaper, because I feel guilty about throwing it away, and just, you know, what I'm trying to say is any short period of time that you decide to cloth diaper, maybe it's the first year, maybe it's the first 6 months, or maybe it's age 2 months to 1 year, or whatever, it's still going to save you money, and it's still going to be better for the environment. It's still going to be less chemicals for your baby. So, it's not like you have to dive in and commit 100% from the day you have them till they're potty trained. Like, you don't have to do that. Just give yourself a break, you know, just do both, or figure out when it's going to work for you. So their newborn poop is water soluble, breast milk poop is water soluble, and the formula poop, I have noticed, doesn't really stain. It's just a little bit thicker. It's not quite as watery, and it just has like, it's stinkier. It has a different kind of texture to it. So, but it's been fine. It comes out completely with the way I've been doing it. So I haven't had to rinse them yet, but I will keep you posted. So the first month that he was home, I had him in these little newborn disposable diapers. I learned his patterns. We got through the meconium stage, and then I felt like after a month, I could get going on the cloth. So I started using the ones that my friend had given me. And like I said, these are Good Mama, and they have, let's see, how can we do this? Here we go. You can change the size. So this is what they look like. And think about this. This is like this nice soft velour. If you had to wear a diaper, would you want this nice, soft, like underwear feeling? Or would you want this? I mean, I would pick this. So you got to think about that too. They're just more comfortable. So the way these work is they're size adjustable, and they snap like this. Now this is kind of like the biggest that they would be. So you could even put that on a 3-year-old. But when they're little, no, don't chew on the table. Here. When they're little, you can fold this front part over like that, and you can fold this part like this. Here, babe. Here, babe. Okay. You can fold these, and then you can overlap this part. You have to do this side first, because see how it has the snaps, and then you do this side. I know I'm not doing this very well, but my point is you can cut the diaper size in half, so see how tiny that is. See? So they are a little bulkier than the disposable diapers, but here's why. There's no chemicals. You have a piece of fabric absorbing their pee. So they don't swell any bigger when they're full, but they don't shrink any less when you first put them on. So even when they're clean, they're gonna be a little bulkier. And then as they fill with pee, you'll feel it, you'll know. And also you'll know like time-wise how often you have to change the diaper. But they don't get any bigger or smaller, so they do start out a little bulkier. Now, a couple reasons why I didn't love these. The first reason was you have to put a cover on them. So, because this is like this velour material, there's no protective outer casing to keep the moisture from coming through the diaper. So actually the first couple weeks I wasn't putting a cover on, and I was just like, oh my God, these diapers are expensive and they're awful. They leak all the time. I would put them on him and he would pee and he would be soaked. And my friend said, you have to put a cover on it. Like a, I don't know how to explain it, like a rubbery kind of this type of feeling cover. And to me, it was just too bulky. It was like the diapers were bulky, the cover was bulky. It was like too much steps, and my baby was so little and his clothes were not even fitting because it was too much diaper. So I was like, oh, and I was folding them over to make them smaller for a little baby. So I wasn't a huge fan of that. And the other thing was the internal pedals that clip into this that they poop and pee right on were not really washing clean for me. So, did you just hit your face? Oh, honey. So, the inside of the pedals was not really washing clean for me. And I started to do a little more research on the detergents and the washing machine itself. So, my washing machine does not have an agitator. And so it's very gentle. And I wasn't using the right soap. So, I discovered this amazing website called Fluff Love University, and it's an amazing resource. Hey, you hit your face before. Thank you for your patience while I am holding a 6-month-old trying to film this. The Fluff Love University is a website all about cloth diapering, and they have a detergent index. You can look up any detergent on there and how to use it and what's in it, if it's going to be good for cloth diapers, what to pair it with, how much to use, everything. And they also, you can look up by model your washer and dryer. And she will tell you exactly what cycle to use, exactly what temperature water, how many times you should run it through, how much detergent to use with your machine. It's a really, really great resource. So even if you switch detergents, you just find the one you're using, tells you how much to use. It's awesome. So Fluff Love University was really helpful in trying to get a detergent. So I'll tell you what I use. And then the non-agitator for me was tough because I couldn't get the inside of these clean. Now they didn't smell. They smelled clean and they were clean, but they didn't look clean because that breast milk poop was so like runny and yellowy. It was like staining the inside. And then you just look like you're putting a dirty diaper on your kid. That was starting to bug me. So I started doing a little bit of research and I explored. And what I found was this brand called Alva Baby. This is what we use. So they come in all these cute colors. They come in packs of 6, and I got them on Amazon. They also come in a ton of designs, and these can be used from a couple of months old to all the way to potty training, because you can make them big enough that they'll fit just like underwear. So hopefully these will last all the way through him and then to our other children. So that investment that you put in the beginning, once you pay for it, you're done. They will stick with your baby all the way till they're potty trained, and then future children. So if you maybe get 2 kids or 3 kids out of one set of diapers, think about how much money that saves you. I read a statistic that you spend about $3,000 on diapers from birth to potty training per child. So $3,000 per child. So if you have 3 children, you're gonna spend $9,000 on diapers from 0 to 3. $9,000 on 3 kids. Or you could spend a few hundred and you can use cloth. So Alva Baby, I will put the link below. They come in packs of 6, and let me show you a couple things about them. So this is how I store them. I build them into like the little diaper. And that way it's just easier for me to just grab one and not have to like put it together. So these are what's called a pocket diaper. And there's 2 parts to it. So this is how they come. This is the shell. Okay. It has this little pocket in the back, right? And the pocket goes the whole base of the diaper. And then it comes with these microfiber inserts. You get 2 per diaper. So if you have a light day or your kid is a little older and they're not going to the bathroom in their pants a ton, you can just use 1 microfiber insert. But like for what we're doing right now with him or nighttime, like this one has 2. So you can stack the inserts right inside and that will give you more absorbency. So this is the microfiber insert. This is the little shell. The reason why I like the pocket style is because these come out and they get clean, but more importantly, this gets cleaner. I find that this shell is thin and whatever material this is made of on the inside seems to get super clean. As you can see, I mean, he poops in these diapers every single day. And look how white that is. And I don't do anything fancy. I'll tell you exactly what my system is. So they're size adjustable, as you can see on the front here. I have them sized to like the medium size. So these little snaps right here, close them around him. But these snaps, let me open one. So you can see right here are the size adjusters. So when you get it, I know this looks overwhelming because you're like, oh my God, there's a million snaps. No, you'll know what each one is for. These are the sizing snaps. So you can leave them totally open if your kid was really big, like a pair of underwear. And then you can even go as small as taking this snap to the bottom snap, and you can, cut that right in half so that they become a lot smaller. So I have them on the middle snap right now. He is 6 months old. And in regular diapers, he's a size 3. So we have tons of room for these to grow into, for him to grow into these. But I had them smaller from like, I guess 2 months to 6 months, the smallest size. So you wash them like this, and this part, this microfiber part, slides into this pocket. This is gonna be hard to show you. It slides into this pocket, okay? So when the diaper is put together, it looks like that. See, I've got 2 microfibers in there because we need to. Okay. So, let's see. Now, when I bought these, they were about $30 a pack, and you got 6 diapers. So for $5 a diaper, you would get the diaper shell and 2 microfibers. It would come with 6 microfiber inserts and 12 microfiber inserts and 6 diapers. $30 plus shipping or whatever. Amazon Prime, it was free. So $5 per diaper. And let's see. I use regular wipes. You can obviously make your own wipes, but I didn't want to go that far into it. I'm considering it. It might be something I do next because I have the system already in place. Like all I would have to do with the reusable wipes is put them right into the pail, so it wouldn't matter. But I have 2 diaper pails. One is like, I think it's called an Ubi, and it has a little door that you click open, and I put the dirty wipes in there, and then you push a button. It's like a diaper genie, and it goes down into a disposable garbage bag. Now, if I am running behind on cloth diapers, or I am going somewhere, and let's say I come home and I'm gonna change him and I have him in a disposable, then I just take the disposable and I put it in the Ubi, just like the diaper genie, just as you would normally do. If I have him in the cloth diaper, which is 99% of the time, when I take this off of him, you know, I unsnap it open. When he's on the changing table, I just stick my fingers in the back here and I pull out I pull out the inserts, and I take these 3 things, like, you know, let's say they're all full of pee, and I drop them right into the hamper. So I just have a 13-gallon kitchen garbage can with the little, you know, the top, the swinging top. It was, you know, like $8 at Walmart or something. And this is the awesome thing. There's no like airtight seal or any of that kind of stuff. Okay. There's no airtight seal or anything like that. I wash him about on the 3rd day. But his room does not smell like dirty diapers or baby poop. Nope. And these diapers, they're pretty much, you know, out in the open air. So even when he poops, that's what I do. I take it off of him, I pull the liners out, and I just drop all 3 of these items right into the pail with the poop right on it. That's it. Just dump them right in. In lining the pail, obviously I don't use a garbage bag. The disposable, the Ubi pail has a garbage bag, but the cloth diapers have this bag. So I got these on Amazon. They came in a pack of 2. And they are specifically designed, I'll put the link below. They are specifically, hey, can I finish? They are specifically designed for cloth diapers. They have kind of like a plastic lining, and they're like a laundry bag, you know? So they have these little things on the top. And what I do is on the 3rd day, so I go through 2 whole days of diapers, and on the 3rd day, I'll take this out and bring it down to my washing machine, and I'll put the other one in. And I dump all the diapers right into the washer. I dump all the diapers right into the washer, and I turn that bag inside out, and I put it in the washer. Because there's been pee and poop sitting inside of it for 2 days. So I want to wash this bag too. So I flip it inside out, I put it right in the washer. Now, the laundry detergent that I use is this, OxiClean. High def, whatever. This is it. I like this one a lot. Maybe this is why they get so clean, I don't know. But you have to do your research on the detergents because some of them are better than others, and you don't want to this residue to build up on the microfiber or the diapers because they won't be as absorbent. So do your research, but this is what I use. It's worked great. I love it. It's OxiClean. And I run the diapers through twice. So the first wash, and again, this is because of what Fluff Love University told me, but I'll just tell you what I do. You would adjust this to your washing machine. I put the diapers in, and the first wash I run on heavy duty on cold water with an extra rinse. So our first wash our heavy duty wash is a 72-minute cycle. The extra rinse is, I think, like 18 minutes. So it's a 90-minute cycle. And the first time I do it with cold water because I want the stains to come out. So if there's poopy, I want all of that to get cleaned, which is totally fine for your washer, by the way. Like I said, it's water soluble, so it completely comes off the diaper and it dissolves and it goes away. There's no poop in your washer. So the cold water, for me, the first cycle, pulls the stain out of the diapers. I don't want to do it in hot water the first time because I'm afraid it's going to set the stain. And then they're going to be all like poopy looking. So 90 minutes I run them with whatever, cap full of that or however much it calls for. And then once that cycle is up, I go back down and I put in a second round of detergent. Hey, we're almost done. I put in a second round of detergent and I run on heavy duty with an extra rinse on hot water because now the stains are out and I just want to sanitize the diapers. So 2 rounds on 90 minutes. They come out and then I put them in the dryer on low for as long as I need to. Usually it's like 75 or 80 minutes on low. The reason for the low is just because of these snaps and like any sort of hardware. I just don't want to constantly put them through the heat. So I just put them on low. They come out totally dry. No dryer sheet. Hey. No dryer sheet. Because the dryer sheets will build up that residue on the outside of the diaper, so they won't be as absorbent. So no dryer sheet. And then I take them all upstairs. Mama. I take them all upstairs in a laundry basket and I just sort them out. Fold up this bag and put it away, you know, because I alternate. And then I lay out all these little liners. And then I take 2 of these. I stuff them into the diaper and I fold up the diaper all nice and pretty. And then I just lay them in his drawer. So then when I go to change his diaper, they're all in there and they're all put together and clean, and that's it. So there's just 3 more things that I want to show you. Okay, I have not had to use this yet, but in regards to the poop situation, this is a poop sprayer. Now I got this because I put it on my baby registry because I knew I wanted to cloth diaper. And this is a little sprayer that hooks on the back of the toilet to the pipe, and it has a little hose. And basically, as your kid gets older and their poopy gets more solid, where'd your toy go? As their poopy gets more solid, you may have to, once you take the diaper off of them, you may have to spray the poop into the toilet, because then you don't want to like gunk up your washing machine with non-water soluble poop. Can I just finish? I have a little more. 2 more things. Okay. So I haven't hooked that up yet, but if I keep with cloth diapering all the way until he's potty training age, you know, he'll have regular solid poops. So when the diaper comes off, just put it to the side and then put on the new diaper and take them down or whatever, and then bring the diaper into the bathroom and just hold it over the toilet and use the sprayer and spray the poop into the toilet and flush it, and then you can put the diaper into the dirty pail. So haven't used that yet. But the other option to avoid having to do that and to help, again, haven't used these, but I have them, are these biodegradable liners. I think these are bamboo. Yeah, these are disposable biodegradable liners. So it's like this bamboo. It's like a very thin sheet of this stuff. And basically, when you put the diaper on the baby, you just lay it right here. Hey, we're getting a tooth number 3. So that's what's the whining here. I know. So the liner goes right on top, and then you put the diaper on the baby. Okay. And when they when you take the diaper off the baby, you would just pick up that liner and drop it into your disposable can, right? Because you have 2. So you would drop it in the disposable can. It takes all the poopy with it, and then your diaper really just has any liquids that absorb through it into the diaper. So then you would just put it right in your pail. So if you use those liners, it would avoid this, the sprayer. And also, if you're going to be going out in public, or your kid's going to daycare or whatever, and you don't want to be packing up a dirty diaper full of poopy, these are great because you take the poop and you can flush it too. Like you just drop it all into the toilet and flush it if you were in public. So these liners are a good option once the poopy starts getting more solid. And the third thing is like, okay, so I'm in public and I had a cloth diaper on him and this is all full of pee. Like, what do I do? So you have these little wet bags and basically you just put this in your diaper bag and it's kind of like the laundry bag. It has this water resistant interior and you can just take your wet diaper and put it in there. Hey, I'm almost done, bud. Zip it up like that and it goes right into your diaper bag. And then you bring it home. And you would take this out and you would put this in your pail. And this too. You can flip it inside out if you need to. And you put this right in your pail. So you just wash everything. So it's really not as inconvenient as you think if you are sending your kid to daycare or you're worried like, oh, I don't want to be lugging around dirty diapers. You know, get a couple of these and maybe they come home in there and then you just throw them in the washer. So it's really not as bad as you think with that. And let's see. Just checking my list here. I think that's everything. It's a great idea. And also, we've never had a diaper rash. You can use diaper rash cream, but you just have to make sure you get the right one so it doesn't build up that film. What is it? Butt paste makes one. It's got a green bottle, not the yellow one. Okay, we got to finish up. The green bottle for butt paste. But we've never had a diaper rash because there's no chemicals. Okay, say I love my cloth diapers. I'm wearing one right now. It's blue. And they're just great. So hopefully that answers like some of the basic questions. Consider it for your children. It's great. You can get 3 days worth of diapers for under $300. You could get this all set up for under $300. And all you have to buy going forward is laundry detergent and wipes. So think about that. And I hope you consider it. I need to go take care of him. So I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.